Hey everybody, Andrew here, walking around downtown Middletown, and today I found out that there's an open house at a building that I've never been in before, and I've lived here all my life. It's one that's always kind of been, well, a curiosity more than anything because of what I knew it once was and what it has been since I was little. And you can see it's sort of here behind me. It's the Sorg Opera House. So I might have the camera on, tour you around. I'm not sure how much talking I'll do inside because I don't know if they'll want that or not. But we'll see how it goes. And whatever we get, you shall see. Tell me your name again.
I'm Ken Bowman.
Hi, Ken.
Yeah.
Is it Ken or Ken?
Ken.
K-E-N. I gotcha. All right, here we go.
There's the balcony. We'll get up there.
Okay, so we'll go straight ahead then. I've never
See the main
crossed
theater.
this threshold before. This is amazing.
These are the seats that are all going to be replaced.
Okay. And these are the seats that were put in when it was the Colonial
It
Theater?
was a Colonial, and I'm thinking 70s, 80s or something. These vintage seats, and don't quote me on that. I didn't
No,
check.
I just knew I had an idea that they weren't original, obviously, because of the kind of have a.
Hey Chuck, what's the vintage of these seats? Do you remember?
What's that?
The vintage of these seats? 47.
47. Okay, yeah. They kind of have that classic 50s car styling on the side there, don't they?
Deco-ish.
Yes. Oh my.
And
What
it's
a
a
building.
Hanford building who did Music Hall. Same architect.
Oh, it's Music Hall downtown Cincinnati. Wow. That's beautiful.
Your entrance here is just amazing. There's not a bad seat for sound.
It's it's ready for performances. It just needs to.
We've already pulled out this section.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Seat free. There's still seats over here. Really. That is an amazing view of that stage, isn't
It
it?
really is. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's definitely very dark up here in this third balcony, but this is something from the ground level you would never see. Because when this became the Colonial, they showed movies here. Once movies became talkies. And this, you can see, is a drop ceiling, or yeah, and it's hung by these wires, these chains. Very hard to see. You can see those wires hanging down, suspending the ceiling over this third balcony here at the Sorg. And it's hard to get a good look at it, but all of the architecture and artwork, that one is broken down. This one right here. And then of course, some pieces that are over the luxury boxes. I will show you shortly. So this is original as in when this became the Colonial as opposed to the Sorg Opera House.
Right.
Now, when this was the Colonial, did it lose the Sorg moniker completely for a time, or was it still the Sorg Opera House / Colonial?
I think
Theater.
it pretty much, I couldn't answer that. I think it was just known as a Colonial in that period.
That's really neat.
I didn't know the projectors were still here.
Aren't they something?
Yes.
This one got modernized.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
So this would have been.
This would have been like that, and then they replaced the guts with electronic stuff that didn't use the copper rods.
So up until the time that this place didn't show movies anymore, this thing was still running a reel each show.
Yes.
I guess, yeah.
I used to run these.
Oh, you
Okay.
did?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Bob Mello's dad also was a projection.
Well, I want to say Bob and I should know each other. I was here in
He's
the
here.
80s we were still running movies here.
Okay.
And that switch on the floor would close this shutter and open this shutter, depending on where you started your film.
Yeah.
So when you got to the end of a reel, there were markings, and it was a timing sequence, and you would close the damper and press on the switch, and it would open up a shutter.
Oh, wow.
So the sequence of movies was smooth.
Okay.
I didn't know the projectors were still here.
That is remarkable.
The problem was when they went to the reels, platters was really hard on the equipment. They weren't made to. That was for the platter assembly.
Okay.
They had the film on a platter.
Yeah.
So they'd take all the reels and put them on a platter, and they'd run the whole film. This is amazing.
Oh, what is inside?
Oh, they still got burners in there, yeah. This was motorized as it burned. But back here, if you look back in here, is your reflecting mirror. So the carbon arc burns and it gets caught by the light back here on this mirror and shot forward through your shutters.
Yeah.
And here were your shutters. That hadn't been moved in a long time.
Jeez.
So this would close off. You had to keep these closed until you started the film.
I bet it got hot in here.
Oh, it was miserable. Now, they told us that the reason this had to be this way was that the old acetate film would catch on fire. The old the 1900s film.
Yeah.
It killed many people and burned down many theaters.
Really?
So it would get. Did you ever attend a drive-in and the
yeah, and you
and
see
the
all the
film
bubbles
would
and
melt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, if you left this
Yeah.
shutter open,
It would overheat.
and you fired the arc up,
Yeah.
oh, it'd melt right in front of you. These are 8 or 9 millimeter carbon arcs. I can't remember the right size.
I don't know.
Earl Cox owned the drive-ins.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Earl Cox. His,
He just passed away.
Oh man, what was his wife's name?
Joy.
Yeah, Joy. They
That's
owned
my
the
wife's
Dixie.
cousin. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I worked in it, but Earl Cox, when you get a carbon burn down to about here,
Uh-huh.
we'd run trailers at the beginning of the movies, advertisements and commercials. Earl wanted you to burn these carbons all the way down to the tip.
Uh-huh.
So you got to the point you could look at a piece of carbon and go, okay, that's a 5 minute, that's a 7 minute,
Really?
and burn the carbons down because there's a lot of money.
This is the part that once this was a colonial was not accessed anymore. Were
Yeah, I
these
don't
seats
think
up here
it's
always
that-
kind of
right,
these?
exactly, yeah.
Were these kind of always these pew style seats here?
Yeah, it's a few style seats, and then history says that it was kind of a segregated section. It's got its own entrance off the side here down to the parking lot.
Okay.
And so back in the terrible day, there was an entrance that came right up to here.
Wow. These seats, all of you see both in both the upper and lower balconies, are being removed. They are just old and torn down a bit, but were installed in 1949. I believe these are the seats that they are selling for $100 a piece as a fundraiser to support the efforts to continue to revitalize this great theater. Look at the stage from the first balcony. Sorry for the darkness, but as you can see, there's just not a whole lot of light in here. It's a theater after all. Down the main aisleway, and then we got a good look at the boxes. Lower on the upper level box, and I'll take a little tour inside that box here in a second. You see the two across here. So if you had some moolah and wanted people to know it, those would be your seats. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Ah, there we are. We're going to be a bit on the careful side. Don't want to fall to the front. So, in case you wanted to know the view of the stage from here is interesting. you really just wanted to be seen if you were sitting in these seats, because the view of the stage is, it leaves a little something to be desired. In my opinion, center stage is where that chandelier is hanging, and I can only see half of the chandelier. So, pay the big bucks to look like you paid the big bucks, but not to see 50% of the show, apparently. So walking into this beautiful theater, all the way down to the stage level, this is just a remarkable place to be. You can see there's that drop ceiling again, up to the top, where a gas chandelier once hung proudly. In downtown Middletown, little place that I grew up here in southwestern Ohio, exists this majestic, amazing theater. Remarkable. And a cozy little stage. This is a place that I would have lived in had it been around when I was growing up here, but alas, it was not. Thankfully, to revitalization projects and groups such as the one here, this one may be great again. Let's not say may. This one will be great again. Alright, so thanks for coming along for this little journey through the Sorg. Maybe it was your first time too, it was mine, and I've lived here all my life, so it's kind of neat to see it getting a little bit of love and attention, and hopefully we'll see one day where I can record a video of myself walking into seeing a band or a show here sometime. So that'd be really great. Apologize for how disjointed this video probably will be because of the in and out of recording, but I think you get the picture. Talk to you soon.